Hello, welcome back or welcome to Equestrian. My name is Brooklyn and today we're going to be riding Rocket for the first time, or in a bit, for the first time in over 2 years, which is just wild. But I have committed to fully doing bitless, which is my main thing, but Rocket is struggling a little bit with rounding, moving his hips out, and also getting kind of control of his shoulders. He's also struggling with keeping his pace and all of these things, and I'm going to get to the goals here in a second. I look like an egg, I don't know. But anyways, I'm just going to move the poles where I want them, because last video we were kind of maneuvering around them and I do not want that this time. So yes, I will see you in a little bit for that. So I've finished my course, and of course she starts whining whenever I start filming. And then I set up a tote right there, that way we could know, because he struggles on keeping the outside on the outside. He always turns toward the middle. And then I set up that one as well for that. Then I set up a raised pole right there, and then I set up one raised pole and then one unraised pole. That can just be for really anything, but my goal for that was to be just pretty much a double. So yeah, that's pretty much our course for today. Pretty simple. So right now I'm just brushing him off, and he did get a little trailer rub right there, which is kind of odd. I don't know how to get that off. I have to get that off with like bath again, but so far he's looking fine, so I'm not going to do too much to it. So I'm just tacking up at the moment, and I'll show you the bit in here in a second. And he's finishing off Finn's grain that was just left in there, but Finn is eating. Finn is happy. We've started to wet down his food because that is what the vet told us to do, and feeding him more because the grass, he actually lost teeth, and he has less teeth to grind down and to eat off of, and those flies are bugging him. I'm gonna have to go fly spray him, but he has lost teeth, and so he's not getting enough nutrition, as you can kind of see by the way his body looks. So we're gonna try to fix him up. We're just gonna say he is a rescue. We bought him, they scammed us out of a horse, and we were told he was around 14. Turns out he would have been 22. So this poor dude has just kind of been through it. I'll make a separate video on him and all info on him, but really just a sad situation. So this is the bit I'm going to use. It is just a regular snaffle bit. It just has rubber on it instead of metal, but it's still movable that way. It's one of the most easy bits to get along with, and I would never use any harsher bit than this, because I don't know what's going to happen if he were to buck, and if I were to accidentally pull on the reins, it could damage anything in his mouth. So it's honestly a win-lose situation, and it is not a full-time type of thing, just kind of gonna fix some things before we get to doing some other things. Y'all are just gonna get the ground view because I don't have anything to set up with. But yes, I know you're a good boy. Finish eating, okay? You're a good boy. You good? Finn's chomping on the background. Alrighty. We're also going to have to adjust. Good boy. Ain't nobody. Oh, come on. Get up. There you go. I actually think that that's pretty solid wherever it's at. I think I'm gonna loosen it up one. Hi, sorry. I know I suck. You done? I think he's already done with my shenanigans today. I'm so sorry. This won't come out. I think I'm just gonna take it off and then adjust it. Good boy. I don't want to hurt him with it or anything bad like that. It is simply going to be used correctly. And if it's not, then I will assure you that I'm going to take it off and put on a bitless bridle. He's chomping on grass again. It's okay. Goodness gracious. This needs oiled. It's also getting kind of late. The sun's kind of getting down a little bit. Alrighty. Come on, buddy. My 3 goals for this ride was to get him rounded, get him under control with his speed, and then also moving his shoulders around and playing with that a little bit. So we worked a lot in the canter in this session, which he wasn't on his tip-top shape because of the bit. It distracts him. It's not the best for him. And yeah, that's just that. Is this going to be the same thing for every horse? No. Some horses may prefer a bit, and that is just okay. Little bit of backstory. Whenever I got Rocket, I used a twisted bit with him, and he hated it. He hated every single thing about it because he was antsy. His ears were pinned. He acted like he wanted to just bolt. So, in turn, I switched to bitless, and that problem has never been a problem since. Which leads to the question, why are you riding in a bit today? Well, I wanted to see if it would benefit him in any way, shape, or form. I wanted to see if he would listen, if he would round himself out, just to see if it would benefit us in any way, shape, or form. But it didn't. It just distracted him more, and that is A-okay. This clip, it was a counter canter. He was uncomfortable he was pinning his ears, his mouth went open, my hands were wide open. He could stick his head up or forward or whatever, and the reins would fall right through my hand. They were so open. Now, does the bitless bridle work for every horse? No. Does a bit work for every horse? Also no. But does a bit work for a barrel racer who's yanking their mouth and face around? No, that does not work. Go back to the basics. You can do better. Honestly, Rocket's mouth and face is just so sensitive. So is a horse's mouth. And I just don't see me using a bit full time. I went ahead and took the bit out because I was tired of watching him eat with the bit in. But overall, I think he did okay, but he definitely prefers the bitless bridle rather than a bit. He just rides better. It's just so much better for him. For us, I was trying to keep my rein pretty loose, and I was trying to give him signals with aids in my legs, but he wasn't listening all too well. But it's not really his fault. He just hasn't done it in a very long time. So I forgive him, obviously. I would always forgive him, but he's just my sweet boy, and I don't like bits. As long as they're used correctly and for the correct horse, which Rocket is not the correct horse, he just prefers bitless, and that is A-okay. I will continue to ride him bitless, and if I get a new horse, potentially, then they might want a bit, you know. It's just a thing. They're good to have around for if you were to get a horse who were to want a bit and prefers a bit rather than just a bitless bridle. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm going to untack him, and then I will brush him out. that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so sorry I haven't posted in a while before the vet video, and other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate all of you for watching, and just thank you.